on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I
What's up, Fins fans? This is your boy TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We got another one coming your way today. Miami Dolphins PFF and film study. We're going to break down some of that Buffalo game to see what we can expect. If the all 22 from Sunday comes out while we're doing it, we'll hop on that. Also, Dolphin fans are at odds today, and I'm going to explain why. And I actually understand why. We're going to break all of that down and more. This stream is being brought to you by Mojo Sports. Make sure that you download the app, Mojo. The QR code is right here on the screen. Go ahead and take the time to download that. If the link is also in the description as well, okay? Supporting our sponsors is supporting the channel. Do me a favor, guys. Let's go ahead and get the show started out the right way and go ahead and punch that like button. Go ahead and punch that like button up front, all right? Let's see how long it takes for him to start hating on QB1. Why would I hate on Skyler like that? Why would I hate on Skyler? Chill, bro. I'm not going to hate on QB1, Skyler Thompson. All right. What do you mean by against himself? Oh. All right, y'all. Hit that like button. Yeah, you see how I did that, Ronnie? Yeah, they don't like that, boy. I ain't gonna lie, I love when my haters show up, man. It's a beautiful sight. It's always a beautiful sight, all right? Y'all hit that like button so we can get the people up in the building. We got 100 people already in here, but only 35 likes. Go ahead and hit that like button now, okay? Hit that like button now. Let's go ahead and get it up. Let's get to 50 likes and we'll get started, all right? Man, Victory Monday. I still want to hear how you guys feel. I'm thinking about I could either stream the national championship game or I could do an open round table panel for everybody to come on and as a big group during the game, and we could talk about Dolphins playoffs, debate, yell, scream, do all that good stuff. Which do y'all think would be best? Should I just stream the national championship or just have the national championship playing and we all talk Dolphin football during it and hang out tonight? Y'all tell me which one y'all feel would be best. An open panel. You gonna show up, Ronnie? You gonna show up if it's an open panel? Awesome. You left us hanging. I didn't leave you hanging. I just wanted to verify some information that came my way, and it was actually false. It was not accurate. It was not accurate. All right. It wasn't false, but it was for the wrong week. It wasn't accurate information. So that's why I don't like really talking about certain things. I like getting the facts first before I deliver any news that I'm hearing off the cuff. All right. Nah, I hate my voice. Nah, you good. Jose with the donation said if Tua comes back, there's no guarantee that he won't be rusty. Reality is we need the Bills to implode, and that won't happen. I mean, I really do disagree. I don't agree with that. I think that the playoffs is all about game planning. Are we big time outmatched? Not at all. We have the team that can compete with the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, we got a team that can compete with the Buffalo Bills. It's just a matter of we don't have the quarterback that can compete with Josh Allen. That's Skyler included and Tua. These guys can't compete with Josh Allen. When they take everything away, what superpower do you have to get over the hump? Josh Allen has his mobility and stuff. And that's why we lost that last game when he went on that big old, feel like 80-yard run. It's just a reality. So how do you win games like this? Superior coaching. A little contribution from your special teams. That's how you win games like this. All right, y'all hit that like button on your way in. All right, I'm going to go backwards real quick because we got some work to do. We're going to go over PFF and film study. But before we do, I want to go ahead and get it out the way. The Dolphin fans are at odds this morning, and I want to explain to y'all why, okay? There is a part of the fan base that I am hearing out here saying they didn't want to win that game because they're tired of Tua and they're ready for him to go. And they don't want him playing. And I agree. I don't agree with that. I want to win every game we can, and I want to go to the playoffs. I don't care who's available. I don't care Tua lead the troops. I want to get up in there, man, and we're in there, okay? And then you have people out here saying the opposite, obviously, right, which is good. But I have to explain. I want to explain to y'all why people feel this way. I'm going to explain to y'all why people feel this way. Because a lot of people also feel like we're going to lose in the wild card anyway. It's a waste, right? And then you got a harder schedule next year as a result. But listen, I want to ask y'all a question. I want y'all to put your thinking caps on and really think about this because it makes a lot of sense. Here's an issue. Last week, we were all talking about the changes that needed to be happening on the team. I'm done with this. I'm done with that. I'm done with Chris Greer, Boyer, Mike McDaniel, Tua. Whatever your thought was, whatever you were disgruntled about, whoever you didn't like, we were already talking about off-season changes that need to happen. And I have to ask y'all a serious question. What happened in yesterday's game that justified any change in your opinion? If we needed a new quarterback, if we needed the fire boy or whatever it was, what happened yesterday in that game that justified changing any of our thought processes. The truth is, nothing happened in that game that should change that. But once again, victims of being Dolphin fans. Victims of being Dolphin fans, since we made the playoffs yesterday, now all of a sudden everybody's tone is changing today. And this is why some people would rather sacrifice right now for the bigger picture, because Dolphin fans are the biggest fans that could easily be fooled. We are the fan base that asks to be fooled. We go out here versus Buffalo and a miracle happens and we wins. I don't know. We're being fooled. We're so used to mediocrity. And sometimes that mediocrity is going to surprise you, win a game or whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, it's still the same team. It's still the same result. And that's why those fans feel the way they do. Because after one game that told nobody nothing, already thoughts are being changed about several things that we were ready to get rid of or move on from next year. That's the issue. That's the issue. This is why sometimes it's frustrating being a Dolphin fan, because this fan base is not on the same page. And to be quite honest with you, we got to stop acting like this is just a Dolphin thing. This is most fan bases, okay? But when you have people trying to give logical information of why, just giving you the real deal, people will ignore that because they want to be lied to. They want to feel good for the temporary moment and excuse the long term as a result. And it's sad. That's why fans are at odds this morning. Jose said if Tua comes back and we somehow get to the Super Bowl, do we keep him? How does he play? How does he play? If he come back, do we win like we did against Pittsburgh? I don't know. You got to look at how he plays. Everybody spent all day telling us that Skyler did absolutely nothing. He's not the reason we won. So just because we got to the Super Bowl, then why would we automatically assume we would credit that to Tua? The conversations that need to be had. The serious, honest talk. I'm asking Bears for that number one pick. Listen, we're in a precarious situation about our picks right now. We ain't got much, and we would have to give away the near future just to go up for that number one pick. You understand? The Bears, that number one pick, you got to go give up your 2024 first rounder, 2025 first rounder. That's about as far as you can go out, if I'm not mistaken. You got to give up all three of your second rounders. And Xavier Howard, which I don't care. But you got to give all that up. Is there a guy in this draft that you feel is guaranteed? Put it like this. Is there a Herbert in this draft? Is there a Burrow in this draft? We'll stop right there. Is there a Herbert or a Burrow in this draft guaranteed? Bryce Young? You think Bryce Young is on Herbert and Burrow level? I'm not saying he not. I'm just asking. Because this is the first year I really haven't been into college football much. So that's all I'm saying. Who in this draft is Burrow or Herbert ready? If they not Burrow or Herbert ready, why you giving all your assets to move up to go get them? That's all. And maybe there is a guy. Again, I wouldn't know because I really didn't get into it this year. Okay. TCU quarterback. Yeah, we'll see him on the big stage tonight, right? If I'm not mistaken. We're going to be abused in wild card game. No, I don't know why you think that. If we can get healthy and get our players back, most of them that we're going to need, we're not going to get abused. I mean, let me ask you a question. Did we get abused last time we played Buffalo? I mean, we won the first one, but did we get abused last time? We just played them like 3 weeks ago or something. Did we get abused? So if everybody come back healthy, where's this notion that we're going to get abused? Well, yeah, we got abused with snowballs, but that's it. Only way you get abused, I believe, is if your quarterback is turning the ball over. If your quarterback turning the ball over, that's a different story. Yeah, not abused, man. I think we got a chance to even win. We got a chance to even win, all right? The team is probably going to be playing in Arctic weather this time, I bet. Watch Herbert fold in playoffs. Why y'all be hating on Herbie? Bad. How you know he gonna fold? What if he light it up? What if Herbert go to the Super Bowl or the AFC Championship? You don't know. All I know is Burrow has led his team to the playoffs twice. Herbert has led his team to the playoffs. Maybe next year Tua can lead his team to the playoffs for the first time. You heard me correctly. Maybe next year, if Tua comes back, he can lead his team to the playoffs for the first time. We shall see, because time always tells. We'll see. Because don't worry, everybody's gonna say Tua got in the playoffs his third year. When you got him help, did he get us in the playoffs? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. We need our pass rush to step up big time. That's going to be a huge factor. But you're not getting that, Josh Allen. Going to be real cold in Buffalo on Sunday, high of 23 projected. Yeah. Your takes are insane, TD. Which takes? I love when people say that. I want you to be descriptive, though. Which takes are insane? People be throwing words like that out, but I'm curious. Give me what take exactly is insane. TD, people keep saying we went 8-3 because of Tua. I know. We also went 8-8 because of him. TD low-key is a Tua lover. Man, I would love to love Tua if he could just be consistent. I wish he was a consistent guy. I wish he was consistent, bro. Almost almost ruined the season. Now talking about he gonna take us to the ship. Yeah, Tua got flow fired and he sucks overall as a QB. Get Tua off the team. The insanity of TD's takes lies in the fact that today it's insane to get the unadulterated truth. That's why I challenge people. Give me exactly what you mean by insane takes. Most can't name it after I say that. It's that simple. KP said, TD, who is Ahmed and Gasecki? I haven't seen those guys whole season. Did we just sign them from the practice squad? Yeah. They were elevated from the practice squad, and, Skylar Thompson utilized them, This was their first week back. We need to wear our white throwbacks. TD hates to love Tua, loves to hate Tua. I just think it's fun. It's fun doing what I do because I expose how triggered some people get and how in their feelings they are over another man. It's very interesting to me how deep people get in their feelings about another man. I enjoy that. Tua wants to play. Why? Because one of your beat writers came out and say he did? Of course he wants to play. He wanted to play last week. He wanted to play the week before that. That's not new. When your beat writers are trying to write a narrative right now to force the team to play him. Tua wants to play. Tua wants to play. He don't want to play for 3 weeks now. Then you get a report today inside the organization. They're hopeful that Tua can play this week. Ain't nobody in the organization saying that. They heard what Tyreek said and said, hey, that's good enough to say within the organization. They want Tua to play this week. Ain't nobody in that organization, man, we want him to play this week. We hope he plays this week. No, not until they stand on that podium and say it. They literally taking what Tyreek said in his interview. There's a different chemistry with Tua. If he come back, we're going to be rocking with Uno and all this and that. That's Tyreek. They selling articles right now. They always sell y'all articles. That article would sell right now, and it is. People clicking on it. Ooh, Tua might play. The title of the article is the organization is hoping Tua can play. Let me read the details. Click. And now you're reading it. It's that simple. At the end of the day, these doctors will keep evaluating Tua. And as they evaluate him, they'll decide, all right, we'll take him off protocols or not. Let's take him through this step, through that step, through this step. Tua has officially cleared protocols. That's what you'll get. And ladies and gentlemen, you need to get that today, tomorrow, or Wednesday at best. You need to get him cleared today, tomorrow, or Wednesday at best. Clearing on Thursday, now we're going to go into the game with a rusty Tua. They'll practice Thursday, walk through Friday, Saturday they'll travel. If he don't get cleared today, tomorrow, Wednesday, then he ain't playing. And if he does still play, then they making a grave mistake. Teddy's banged up. Y'all have to realize Teddy couldn't even be the backup this week. Teddy can't play. Teddy's not going to be. I don't think Teddy's going to get healthy in time. Teddy's banged up. They had to bring in another guy to be the backup. Teddy couldn't go. Saying that it should be Teddy. No, Teddy couldn't go. Man got a finger that's fractured or something like that. I forgot what's wrong with Teddy. It's something like that. Last I knew, he couldn't grip the ball. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. Can't wait to beat you in the playoffs. Go Bills. Josh is coming for you. Yeah, all right. All right, we'll see, bro. We'll see. Do you gamble on the Dolphins? Also, if Tua really did have 3 concussions this year, he should retire from football completely. They're trying to say 2 now, but we all know what time it is. That's right, 13 seconds. I don't gamble on the Dolphins anymore. I mean, I've made some bets on them, but I have never won a bet with the Dolphins. I don't recall ever winning a betting on the Dolphins. Every time I do, I lose. TD, is Skyler PFF grade low? Shockingly, no. It ain't shocking because I knew he did enough. He was efficient, didn't turn the ball over. For those who don't know Skyler's PFF grade, take a guess. Take your guess. What do you think it is? Let me give you context. Tua's was 49-7 for 2 weeks in a row versus Chargers and Buffalo. 49-7. Tua's was 49-7. $65 or below, to me, is trash. Skyler's PFF, I'm pulling it up now. I'm going to put it on the screen. Vegas, Bills, -10.5 means Tua not playing. Well, you don't know. I mean, the line will change if he play. All right, let me go Sky Thompson. All right, here we go. All right, share screen. Here we go. Let me go down to the bottom right here. Before we do, Tua looked like a panhandler in front of the 7-Eleven standing in the tunnel after yesterday's win. You ain't right, bro. Oh, my gosh. All right, man, let's get to Skyler, man. Offensive grade, Skyler Thompson was a 73.4, light green. His passing was 77.4. His running was poor. Skyler had a solid day. Skyler had a solid day. That's what that tells you. 73.4, y'all. $73. That tells you a lot of the stuff that was going wrong wasn't his fault on film. A lot of the stuff that was going wrong was not technically his fault on the field. That's what that tells you. Solid day. Stop listening to these people. Look at the last time he played the Jets with no preparation. 58. And everybody was like, he trash. And I wish Armstead would have played. Why ain't nobody online talking about Skyler's PFF grade and how he was actually did solid yesterday? Why nobody talk about the fact that he actually wasn't a train wreck yesterday? They love throwing out other people PFF grade, but why nobody talking about the fact that he was solid yesterday against a great defense? Nobody talking about it. What's up with that? Let's see something. See if we got any advance passing concept. Oh, this is for the season, not per game. So you're not going to get per game. Yeah, these are advanced. None of it's per game. Passing pressure, do they have per game? Nope. When they keep Skyler clean, he's effective. Otherwise, not that good. But this is the whole season overall, not just not that one game. Give me a second. Rushing, direction, receiving depth. Yeah, that's about it on that. But yeah, yesterday Skyler was solid. Oh, wish we could click on like just this game by itself. I don't think they just give you, let me see, by game. Yep. Skyler took no shots deep left or middle, but 2 to the right, and for 58 yards, 109 rating. Intermediate, he was 2 for 5. It looks like Skyler, short, 4 for 4, 3 for 3, 3 for 5. He was amazing in the short 0 to 9 range. Very high ratings, pretty much. And the behind the line of scrimmage, the screen passes as well, 100%. All 6 screen passes were complete. He got to open it up, and he's going to have to do better in the rest of the field. But if you notice, he ain't got no passes deep left or intermediate left, no passes deep middle, 1 intermediate middle, and all the other ones were to the right side. TD, who's starting Sunday in your honest opinion? Skyler Thompson, unless Tua clears. Tua got to clear first. Everybody automatically just assuming he's going to clear. He got to clear first. Oh, so this is how you get game by game. Okay, I figured it out, y'all. So yesterday when Skyler was kept clean, he was a 69 rating. Oh, I figured it out. This is what I've been looking for. Okay. When he's under pressure, he played very well under pressure. That's interesting. And look at this. He was under pressure 55% of his plays, man. This is unreal. Tua has a pressure rating this year of 20%. Skyler was under pressure 55% of the plays yesterday. The O-line, Skyler was under pressure 55% of his plays. And it wasn't even from blitzing because they didn't blitz 85% of the time. They only blitzed 15. And he put up a 79 when under pressure. 66 when blitzed. And he got -2 yards. He had 5 plays where they blitzed him, and he was 50% completion, and it was -2 because he was trying to check it down real quick, and they were negative. When they didn't blitz him, he had 67% completion percentage, 154 yards, playing at a 77.5 when he's protected, when he's not blitzed. But above all, when he's under pressure, he's 50% completion, 100 yards, and 79 rating, which basically means they like how he handled the pressure that was coming his way. Kept clean, 45.5%. And he was 80% completion when kept clean. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You keep him clean, he running at 80%. He got time to throw, he running at 80% completion. He had no big time throws yesterday. 0 drops yesterday were his fault, obviously, because zeros across the board. Yeah. On the deep ball, 80.6 rating, 66.2 out of 3. Intermediate, he got to do better. Short, he was good. We already know the rest of those. We already know the rest of those. How many touchdowns? 0 touchdowns. No touchdowns. So I'm glad now I found it. I know what to put in now to find these. To find the individual week for a quarterback. I think Skyler was below average at best. Maybe if he can shock his nerve, he can do better. Well, that's your opinion. That's why I look at statistics. That's why I look at PFF, because they tell you what's his fault and what ain't his fault. And he played above average football yesterday. We just look at no touchdowns. We look at 66% completion percentage and don't look at what was happening around him. We don't care what was happening around Skyler. That's all people doing. They don't care what was happening around Skyler. And that's part of the problem. All I know, the man helped this team win the game. Help the team win the game. Three field goal assists. Exactly. That counts. That counts. That counts. Good job, Skyler. Yesterday in the game, Skyler was the 4th highest rated player on the team. Let that sink in. He was the 4th highest rated player on the team. Mostert, number 1. Robert Hunt, number 2. Connor Williams, number 3. Skyler, number 4. Smythe, number 5. Waddle, number 6. Gesicki, number 7. Tyreek, number 8. Wilson, 9. Ahmed, 10. Oh, my Jesus. Well, it's the offensive grade. Liam Eichenberg. Y'all look who all at the bottom. Look who all at the bottom. Liam Eichenberg. Liam Eichenberg, who played most of the game, had 58 snaps. Skyler had to deal with that. Greg Little, who played 65 snaps. There goes your left guard and your left tackle right there, ladies and gentlemen. Your right tackle, Brandon Shell, was a 61. 3 players in your O-line was under 65. No, Robert Jones, too. 4 of your offensive linemen under 65. Good job, Skyler. Now go back and look at the games where Tua didn't have Teron Armstead. And go look at his 49 PFF grade. But we don't want to talk about this. This is what your quarterback had to deal with. Because if Tua was out there and he had that game, you know what we would be hearing all day? We'd be hearing, man, this O-line, man, this O-line. Man, this O-line. Man, this O-line. Man, this O-line. So despite this O-line, 4th highest offensive grade on the team. Despite the O-line, 4th highest offensive grade on the team. I don't want to hear it. Receiving grades. Tyreek was trash. He didn't even show up. You can't be the highest paid player on the team getting a 67.5. Look at the running game with this O-line. Well, again, this is where I try to educate y'all. You can't look at the running game with this O-line. You got to look at what the Jets came out and tried to do. The Jets gave up to run to try to shut down Tyreek and Waddle. Your two and Waddle was 5 for 5. Waddle caught every ball that was thrown his way. Waddle was 5 for 5. But they did a good job only holding Waddle and Tyreek combined to 67 yards in the game with both of them together combined. That's a win. But good job that, man, great job that Skyler got the rest of these guys involved. Durham Smythe probably saw his highest targets of the season of 5. Mike Gesicki, highest targets of the season. Look at the even distribution. at the top. 5, 5, 5, 5. Look at the even distribution. Spreading the ball around. Skylar wasn't pump faking. Skylar was about to go to a read that closed on him before he can get it off and said, nah, I can't throw that. And when the play break down, Skylar's still keeping his head up, trying to see if he sees somebody too. That's another thing. This is great distribution. Ezukama even got one. Craycraft got one. Mostert 2. Wilson 2. Nice even distribution, y'all. This is a nice even distribution. And that one to Mostert for negative 10 yards, that ain't even Skylar's fault. That's Mike McDaniel calling that play. Some type of raggedy jet sweep type of flip in front of him. Yeah, I just saw the breaking news. Mostert is in doubt. He broke his thumb. He's in doubt for the game now. He's officially in doubt. Tyreek Hill sent a warning to the Buffalo Bills defenders ahead of the wild card clash, and he told them warm up those hamstrings. We'll see. Receiver matchup. And they got everything. Y'all see all this stuff in PFF? It's the receiver matchup, who you throw against, how they did versus them. We were killing Quan Alexander, Durham Smythe on his 4 targets. Mike Gesicki on his 4 targets, 5 targets or whatever. Waddle, they got all these advanced stats. How you did versus who, and he did good versus Michael Carter. Raheem Wilson, Craycraft. Yeah. Tyreek Hill, the one who did worse in that game versus his matchups. Tyreek Hill did not play a good game, and it had nothing to do with his quarterback. Simple fact that he wasn't even getting open. He wasn't even trying to get open as much. You saw it in some of the film, like the highlights. Man, PFF got everything. Everything. Look at this. Watch this. Let's go to blocking. Robert Hunt. Jesus. Look at your line. Robert Jones, 62. Greg Little, 52. Oh my gosh. Let me go to blocking, pass blocking. I hate that they got the running backs in there, but I guess they do block. Pass blocking. Hunt, Robert Jones, Mostert, Greg Little. Solid. He must have been that bad in run blocking. Ogman, Hunter Long, Connor. Look at this. Look at it. Look. Oh my God. Look at your O-line. Look at your O-line at the bottom, y'all. Connor Williams couldn't pass block as the center yesterday. Durham Smythe was trash. Liam Eichenberg, and Brandon Shell. And these were 4-year starters. Eichenberg yesterday. Eichenberg, Shell, Connor. 3 of, my bad. Not Jeff Wilson. 3 of your starters. Just terrible. Let's see how they did in run blocking. Man, I done had PFF so long, I'm finding new stuff every time I look at it. Look at the run blocking. Connor is the exact opposite. This is the problem with this O-line. Nobody doing 2 things great other than Robert Hunt. Everybody else, they only good at 1 thing. Brandon Shell. Look at the bottom of the list. All 3 of these guys down here, Robert Jones, Greg Little, Liam Eichenberg. This is what you're dealing with of an O-line. And it's crazy. Tua hasn't had to deal with this at all. And the one time he did in the San Francisco game, you saw what happened. And when Armstead got hurt in the Houston game, you saw how bad it was. So when are we going to get Skyler with a good O-line to see how he do? When is Skyler going to get with Teron Armstead to see how well he can play then? Because we'll cry about what Tua ain't got, but nobody care to see what Skyler ain't got. But yet Skyler's still playing above average football regardless. They got run defense, pass rush. PFF got everything, man. PFF got everything. It was above average, Hart. You just don't want to see it. It was definitely above average yesterday. Do you think Moser will still play? No, he's done. I mean, he broke his finger. Can he grip the ball? Can he grip the ball? I'm looking for the tweet now. Give me a second. Oh, Teron Armstead, he tweeted tournament time, playoff bound. Let's go. Yeah. So it looks like Barry Jackson said Tua ended yesterday still in first 3 steps of concussion protocol. Yeah, hold on. Hello? You good? I heard you. All right. Barry saying Tua ended yesterday still in first 3 steps of concussion protocol. Unclear when 3 doctors will allow him to move to step 4 and then potentially step 5. Any player must clear all 5 steps to be allowed to play. McDaniel will address Tua late today, Wednesday and Friday. So he's still in the first 3 steps. Which one of the first 3? Are we just going to say 3? And I don't know. I thought 3 was getting on the field and doing light work. He hadn't been allowed to do that, Barry. And then the weirdness of his tweet is he ended yesterday still in first 3 steps. You're not in first 3 steps. Say step 3 then. Say step 3. How you in the first 3 steps? You can only be in one at a time. You can't be, I'm in step 1 and 2 right now. No, you got to graduate from each one. So how are you in first 3 steps? You're either in step 3 or he's within the first 3 and you don't know where he at. I'm going to assume step 3. I need to go back to concussion protocol steps real quick. Y'all give me a second. Because maybe I got number 3. I got that wrong. NFL 5-step concussion protocol. Let's see. 1, symptom limited activities. 2, aerobics exercise. Number 3, football specific exercise. And that's where I thought you could just, with the little tight ends on the sideline, throwing back and forth, specific. And he ain't did that yet. Phase 4, non-contact training drills. You can get out there, you can work, but you can't in contact. Then 5, football activity you can practice, which is clearance. 5 is clearance. And at the end of the day, once you're in 4, the next day you'll be in 5. Unless you're having a setback, which ain't going to happen. So either Tua got to graduate to, let's just hypothetically say he had 3, because Barry's tweet is just weird. He got to graduate to 4 today or tomorrow. So that Wednesday he could be a 5 cleared. Tua is now in step 4 today or tomorrow. And that's assuming he's still in 3. He's in 3 right now. Because Barry's tweet don't know where he at. Still in first 3 steps. Oh, here. Oh, give me a second. I got it. So this is what was just said. Barry said, why do some Fin fans on Twitter seem irked that Tua hasn't progressed more quickly through protocol? If doctors thought he was healthy enough to do on-field non-contact work, he would be on the field, which means doctors don't feel like he's healthy enough yet. As for Teddy, he needs to be able to throw more than 15 or so yards to start even practicing or warming up or going through the next phase of his recovery. Teddy's banged up right now. Teddy can't throw past 15 yards right now. That's what they're saying because of the pain. And Tua, the doctors still don't feel like he's healthy enough. Everybody out here assuming Tua gonna clear protocols like they know the doctor's gonna clear him this week because you see Tua in the tunnel seeming fine. Tua looked the same way on that Tuesday, that Monday he came in talking about he didn't remember. He was happy, good spirit. It wasn't nothing. Y'all act like you could look at him and be like, yeah, I can tell something wrong. Tua was just fine then. Y'all got to understand, these doctors going off of what they believe. If you couldn't remember those plays, you had a concussion before, you were out 2 weeks, came back, and now you out there playing and can't remember plays, we're going to have to monitor this situation for a while. And here's a big indicator to consider as well. When did you return the first time? Week 8? When did you think that you had an issue again? Week 14 or whatever? 6 weeks later? You didn't remember something? And we can't identify where you got the problem from. Maybe it was that hit, but you showed no symptoms. We got to make sure you ain't got no long-term damage. They're not going to rush him. And if he clears, then they felt that it was nothing. But 3 doctors have to clear him. 3 doctors. The best thing that we can get is McDaniel coming out today saying Tua is now in stage 4. If you don't get that, you better hope you get it tomorrow. Because if you don't get it tomorrow, that means the earliest he can be in 4 is Wednesday, and the earliest he can practice is Thursday, which is the only practice he'll be able to pretty much get other than the walkthroughs. Then you got a less prepared guy who rusty and ain't played football in 3 weeks. Best case scenario for us is he in stage 4 today. Stage 4 today is what you're looking for. Outside of that, and Barry just said what I've been telling y'all. As long as he gets to stage 4 of concussion protocol by midweek and gets to 5 by later in the week, full practices, Tua starting Sunday can certainly happen. As Jay Glazer has said, a playoff game has been Tua's target. McDaniel speaking around 4:30. And again, ain't nobody care what Jay Glazer's saying. The playoff game has been Tua's target. Tua, this is what kills me with these people out here keep saying Tua's targeting coming back on for the playoffs. Tua don't make this decision. Why do people keep coming out, keep on making articles and stuff saying Tua's targeting to come back for the first round of the playoffs? It ain't never been his decision. They making it seem like it's up to him. Adam Schefter said he thinks, not that he heard, he thinks Miami is hoping Tua will be able to start Sunday. All analysts think that Miami hope that because they feel he gives us the best chance to win. Do y'all see the wording on these articles? This is how they get their clicks. This is how they get their clicks. Adam Schefter said he thinks. The word thinks makes it true. Because, okay, he thinks that the Miami Dolphins are expecting to get Tua back. He thinks. Not that he heard that they are expecting it. He thinks Miami is hoping Tua Tagovailoa will be able to start Sunday against the Bills. They want to see how he progresses this week. Mike McDaniel has said he want to see how he progressed for the last 3 weeks every week. At the end of the day, let's get to stage 4. Then it's a real conversation. I hope Tua never put a Finn jersey on again. Send him to the Jets and Pat something master at work's probably crying in his diaper. Oh, Lord. So Mike McDaniel got a presser at 4:30 today. And we'll see what he say. He has a presser today, Wednesday, and Friday. 3 critical time frames. Dang, Mostert had 160 versus Bills, and he's out. And look at that. What did I tell y'all? Look at that Bills game. Mostert had 160, and did we win? Running game on fleet, did we win? Not 160 in that one game. I don't think. You think Tua makes it, TD? Conventional wisdom tells me no, but that depends on how much control the Dolphins have over the medical staff. Think about this logically. Regular old Joe Schmo. What kind of doctor in their right mind would clear him to play football again this year? Think about regular Joe Schmo. You ain't no celebrity. Best advice from a doctor. Who gonna clear him to play football again this year? Every physician's recommendation would be, I don't think you should play this year. Take some time off. Relax yourself. Don't do any, physical activities. And maybe next year get a little ramped up and, start resuming. But what doctor is going to clear him to play? That's why they're going to get 3 doctors' approval at some point from NFL doctors. And the reason why they could have cleared Tua last week. But they know the optics to it. They know any doctor, regular doctor, won't clear them. But now the heat ain't as bad. All right, it's been 2 weeks now. Nobody's going to be like, why would they clear this man? So, if they want him to play better now, he'll play. But if it is an NFL doctor, I don't know. Because the NFL don't want to see Tua on the field no more anyway, especially after what just happened last week. Think about the 2 most polarizing moments in the game this year. Tua and Hamlin. You think they want Tua out on that field for the playoffs? Psh, man. So the NFL has no incentive. This ain't no, if it was Tom Brady, different story. If it was Tom Brady, different story. Tom Brady clearing protocols this week if it was him. So, man. We'll see. But if he does clear, it ain't as bad this week as it would have been last week. You already released too much information. Y'all forgetting this man walked in the building and said, I don't remember throwing them picks. Lord Jesus. That's all I had to hear. And Mike McDaniel said, what? You don't remember? Maybe you should go see the doctor. Don't forget, that's why he got in the protocol. Because Mike McDaniel said he didn't remember some of the stuff that happened. Making some of the interceptions. He didn't remember. You threw the interception, had the sad face on the field, walked off with despair, sat on the bench reflecting about it, and you walk in the building the next day and say you don't remember? Listen, that's a major issue. All y'all out here who want Tua to play, or out here screaming like you care about that man's health. Did you not just hear what I said? I hear crying about, I hear, oh, you know, we pray for Tua, you know, the concussions, and he got to do his best for himself and all that. And now you're in the playoffs, man. We need Tua. We need Tua. The man walked in the building and say he didn't remember. That's a fighter. Oh, man, let me try not to laugh because that's funny. He said that's a fighter mentality. Forget the bad plays and move on. That's what it was? That's what it was? Well, you know what? If I was the coach, because there's a part of me that know he ain't forget nothing. I don't even know if he really had a concussion. Who am I to say? I'm just saying. I don't know if he really had one. But you know what? Just to be on the safe side, if I was the coach, I'd make him own it. Let me know when you remember them picks, then we'll talk about playing. The moment you every day he walk in the building, coach, you think I can play now? Do you remember them picks you threw? I need you to take responsibility first before you could play. That's not true. He went into detail in all three of those picks in a press conference. Well, we know that, but that's the scary part. He came in the next day, and Mike McDaniel said he basically didn't remember some of them. He didn't remember some of the things he did on the field, the mistakes that were made, the turnovers. Mama. Stop ducking me. Sorry, I'm crunching on ice, y'all. I'm ducking you, Andres. Did you say something earlier? I needed to see. Joe Burrow has admitted he doesn't remember second half of the games his second year. Well, he should have been sat down and evaluated, right? That don't mean because Joe Burrow didn't either. It's okay to him. Half our starters out in defense. Yeah, that's typical. TD, bruised ego is a serious concussion symptom. Possibly. If you somehow score more than 10, I'll be impressed. Okay. Pro Football Media is trying like hell to fit a square peg, Tua into a round hole. Hall of Fame franchise quarterback. Listen, we know what we're going to get at this point, okay? The odds are stacked up against us. I'm not making this political or anything like that, but I mean, you got the DeMar Hamlin situation, all of that. Man, the odds are just against us. Imagine us going in there and upsetting them. Well, actually, I ain't going to lie. That might be the best thing for the NFL. If the Dolphins upset Buffalo. Might actually be one of the best things for them. Get past the DeMar situation. You know, they don't have to be the forefront every game and every week going forward. It's just the truth. We'll see how that goes. Pray for 3, TD. Absolutely. But at some point, people are going to get tired of that being the story of because if Buffalo get very favorable calls, they're not going to like that. Oh, they starting that mess. Talking about rumor has it Aaron Rodgers may end up in New England. I'll wait. I see it. I wouldn't like that. Oh my gosh. You guys watched the Pats game. There were offensive flags on Buffalo. Yeah, somewhat. Jets want Lamar too. Yeah. Well, Jets probably will take any one of these 4 or 5 options out there. So I got confidence they'll get one of them. TD, maybe that was his way of moving on and showing he's forgotten about the mistakes already. No, because he would have told him that's his mentality. He genuinely forgot. That's why McDaniel sent him to see the doctor. If that was your mentality, McDaniel, you would have been able to clarify that. And Tua would have been able to, no, coach. I mean, I forgot about it. I put that behind me. Y'all got to stop. It ain't no agenda of he just forgot about it in the sense of moving past it. No, that's not what's happening. He would have never been in the protocol if that's the case. Did y'all hear them say he had any other symptoms other than the fact they were concerned that he forgot some of the stuff that happened and he was having a slight headache? So no, I'm sorry. Give me a second. I had a donation. I want to make sure I didn't miss it. I hope Tua never puts. I already read that. Something about Byron, but it went by too fast. TD, we limped into the playoffs like a wounded animal. Hooray, we made it, but serious changes still need to be considered, especially the QB position. That's part of the issue. That's why fans are arguing, Scant. Last week, you had more fans than the whole season saying, echoing that sentiment. And now that we have one game where we get in the playoffs, people have changed their mind. Ain't nothing changed other than the fact that a backup quarterback helped you get in the playoffs. Got to compare Skyler versus Purdy PFF. Purdy? Purdy's PFF. Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy yesterday, his PFF was a 76-1. Skyler was 73. Purdy's proving it, y'all. Let me show y'all something. Purdy's proving it right now. You ain't got to have a 90 PFF, or 80 PFF. Miami game, Purdy actually didn't even grade out well. If you look at it, he didn't even grade out well. But when you look at it, look at the average. He's a consistent, good quarterback. Average is 70. Above average is around 73, 74. Good is close to like 78 plus. He's been somewhere right at that good. Just consistently put up something in the 70s for PFF. And he don't won all these games, 6 in a row. All you need is that consistent guy to put up that 70, and above all, don't turn the ball over. No, I get it. His team is better. But look at the type of team you can have when you say if you save money around them. Think about their future. They're going to be able to get even more because they're going to get Jimmy G and, well, just Jimmy G off the books. And he ain't costing them too much. They restructured that. They're not paying as much. Yeah, I know Allen and Mahomes PFF stay pretty doggone high. But those are the guys that's carrying a team, though. Let me go Mahomes. See Mahomes, 91.3 for the year. 91.3. Mahomes didn't lose a beat, y'all. Look at this. 91.3. His third highest rating of his career. Never lost a beat. Got better than last year. Struggled last year. But we know why they struggled last year, because he kept trying to force the ball deep to Tyreek. And they would take away the deep balls. So then he had to start playing complimentary football and spread it around more. TD, what's Lamar? PFF? Remember, he ain't played. Lamar, 85.2 for the season. His last game was Denver, but he only played 10 snaps and got hurt. But yeah, Lamar, 85.2. Tua was number one at 93 or 94 at one point. And boy, 4 weeks. That's why I told y'all, stop tripping. It's a small sample size. He went down to 81.9. Look at that. I mean, look at the last 4 weeks. Look at the last 4 weeks. Look at the last 4 weeks. See who's the number one now? Probably Mahomes. I would assume 96-8 versus Detroit. the games that carry him. Cleveland, 91. I mean, and this is what I was trying to tell y'all. Look at his highest rated games. Cleveland, Chicago, Detroit, like I always tell y'all, and Baltimore's Miracle. Buffalo, he didn't have to do much. Fine. So that's 5 games. Anything over 90, you carrying your team. And he got 2 of those games. But again, look at the opponent. This is what I want y'all to see too. I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see this. Look at Josh Allen versus the Jets. 60.7. Look at Josh Allen again versus the Jets. 63.3. You see what the Jets do? Josh Allen versus the Jets twice averaged about 61.5. Did y'all see Josh Allen's stats versus the Jets? They want to talk about Skylar Thompson, huh? Josh Allen, last game versus the Jets, 59% completion, 147 yards. Skylar had more than that. The first game versus the Jets, 53% completion, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He had 205 yards. So you think I care something about, Skylar barely did anything. Josh Allen absolutely did nothing against the Jets. But we gonna sit here and say Josh Allen ain't one of the elite quarterbacks in the league, one of the greats in the league. Hold on, let me see. Give me a second. You asked about the touchdowns with Josh Allen versus the Jets. Hold on, let me see. Oh boy. Why is this thing doing that? Give me one moment. Got to bring up Skylar. Josh Allen, 1 touchdown in 2 games. Skylar, 0 touchdowns in 2 games. Josh Allen got 1 touchdown, and Skylar got. Hold on. Let me just check it. It's all right, mama. Receiving. All right, got it. Bam. Yes, Skylar had no touchdowns. Josh Allen had 1. Yeah, I know, mama. That's a passing TD. Allen ran for 1 too. Hey, I can't control the play calling. Remember when Skylar played the Jets? Second and goal from the 1. They ran that little trick play where the tight end came down the line and direct snapped it and went in for the quarterback sneak because he's considered a quarterback on that play. Either way, all I'm saying is when you look at the totality of the games, they threw for the exact same yards pretty much in 2 games. Josh Allen got 3 turnovers. Skylar got 1. Because it says that he had a fumble loss too, Allen. And that's why he graded worse on PFF. Bills had 20 points. Skylar 9. I mean, this ain't close. Man, what is you talking about? You talking about November 6th? Hold on. Give me a second. Regular season, 11-6, November 6. Hold on. Man, what day is this? Let me see. What day was this? Yep, November the 6th. 0 touchdowns. Go to the box score. Help you out. Hey, they ain't throw for none. I'm on the wrong game. Special teams and running. Well, it's a part of the game. Bills had to deal with worse weather conditions than any team in the NFL this year. Nah, because they accommodated them and put them in a dome for one game. And they got to play in that dome 2 weeks in a row. Red, white, and Bills in the building. Let's do it, of course, bro. Just hit me up. I got Bleacher Report tomorrow, so we'll have to do it probably after Wednesday, like Thursday or Friday. Chidi, what's Allen's PFF grade for the season? Let me see. Give me a second. Mama, you up now, huh? It's a 91.6. So he beats Mahomes, huh? Mahomes was 91.3. Let me just look up quarterbacks. Joe Burrow got the highest passing PFF, but his run is lower than Mahomes and Josh Allen, which gives them the edge. The highest passing PFF grade was Joe Burrow, but when you add the whole total one, I think he's number 3. Number 1, Josh Allen, 91.6. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes, 91.3. Number 3, Joe Burrow, 90.7. Jalen Hurts, 85.9. Lamar Jackson, 85.2. Then you got the rest of the league. Jacoby Brissett was an 82.6. Andy Dalton, 82.1. Tua, 81.9. And I'm telling y'all ain't got to believe me, Tua's probably would have been lower had he played all them games. Tom Brady, 79.7. Love, 78.7. Herbert, 78.6. You know, all the quarterbacks from there. Let's see who's under 70. Mac Jones, 67.5. Kyler Murray, 67.1. Stafford, 67. Carr, 66.6. Russell Wilson, 66.2. Dobbs, Stidham, Mills, all them guys at the bottom. 50 quarterbacks. So Tua ended the season number 8. He dodged the rest of that season, y'all. Tua dodged them PFF grades. Tua said, all my top numbers crashing. Get me out the game, coach. You know, I'm not going to accuse him of that, but, man, I ain't going to lie. It definitely make you wonder. It definitely makes you wonder. This man, all his stats were at the top going into week 11, and those 4 weeks, he barely top 10 in many of them. It makes you wonder. He could very well be protecting himself. Just my thought. TD, so the defense didn't win that game? No. The defense did their part. Like, let me say this. The defense could have gave up one big play, we lose. They did their part. Jason Sanders could have missed one field goal, we lose. He does his part. Skylar Thompson could have thrown a pick, we lose. So he did his part. Skylar Thompson could have just been Tua trash. He could have, forget the picks, he could have had a San Francisco or Chargers game and just missing everybody. And we could have lost. Skylar could have did a lot of things and we would have lost. So everybody, I look at this team as all of these units could have did one thing wrong in this game and we could have lost. So it's a team victory. Defense can play lights out all they want. Jason Sanders missed that 50-yarder. We might lose. Defense can play lights out all he wants. Skylar throw a pick six. We lose. So it was definitely a team victory. And let me tell you one thing that does aggravate me. We needed Tua yesterday. No, you didn't. You won. Why would you have needed him when you won? And truth be told, you could have lost that game with Tua. You don't know what you would have got from him. What if he would have went out there and threw 3 picks? You don't know what you would have got. And we never seen Tua against that defense this year. The Jets, points per game, 4th in the league. The Jets, yards per game, 2nd in the league. The Jets, passing yards per game, 3rd in the league. That is a top 3 defense in the NFL. We ain't seen Tua play them this year. We don't know what he would have did against them. He could have lit them up for 500 a game, but he could also gave you one of them 150-yard stinkers where he missing everybody. Because we would have threw it 35 times with him instead of 20 with Skylar. We underestimate the defense. Of the Jets, excuse me. Big time. You saw him play New England week 1 and sport 6 points. Hey, that's my point exactly. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what version of him you're going to get depending on the defense. The man did have 6 points versus New England. Thank God for the defense. People kill me with that notion. And I always kick back about that because I tell them this. If Tua was hurt against San Francisco and Skylar was playing and he would have played like Tua, what would everybody have said? This is why you need Tua. If Skylar would have played the way Tua played against San Francisco and Tua was hurt, what would everybody have said? This is why you need Tua. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. This is why you need Tua. That's what they would have said against San Francisco. They would have said the same thing against the Chargers. This is why you need Tua. We scored only 9 points yesterday. We scored 11 as a team. I mean, I don't get it. Tua put up 7 points versus the Chargers. Tua scored 7 points versus the Chargers. Whoopity-doo. Thank God for the rest of the unit. Tua is very inconsistent, but his peak is higher. That's another thing. How do you know Tua's peak is higher? What if Tua only played 2 games in the season? What if his first game was San Francisco? And what if his second game was the Chargers? Skyler got 2 games in. Lucky for him, the order was what it was. But what if Tua's first 2 games was San Francisco and the Chargers? Skyler's 2 games was against the Jets, one of the best defenses in the league. You don't know what Skyler is. If Skyler was playing the Lions next week and you're like, oh my God, Skyler put up 400. I'm not saying he would have, but that don't mean he may not. It's all a matter of timing. We're sitting here trying to take Tua's 3 good games this year and be like, look at his peak. And Skyler gets 2 games. Tua done had 30-something games. And you could point to less than 6. You could probably point to 6 games, maybe even 5, and say, look at how well he can play. Skyler done had 2 games, and we talking about somebody's peak. Are you kidding me? Gotta be kidding me. Tell me, why did Jacoby Brissett end the year with a higher PFF than Tua? Why did Jacoby, and they played the similar amount of games. Tua got 13 games, Jacoby got 12. Why did Jacoby freaking Brissett end up with a higher PFF this year than Tua? In Tua's great year. In his great year. Make that make sense, man. Make it make sense, man. Last year, too. Facts. Facts. No. Let me ask y'all a quick question. Say Skyler plays versus Buffalo, and I hope it's Tua. I actually needed to be Tua. But say Skyler plays versus Buffalo, and he go out there and light it up, just hypothetically. And he put up, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, whatever, and we win the game. Tua still got a higher upside and ceiling than him? Can we talk about sample sizes? Does Tua still all of a sudden have a higher upside than him? And what would you be using to justify that if your answer is yes? The Lions, the Bears, the Browns? Is that what you're using as the upside? Is that what would you be using? The Lions, the Bears, and the Browns game to constitute he's showing that he can play at a high level? Is that what we're using? Just curious. Just being curious. I'm delusional, but you were delusional saying, probably one of those delusional people saying that we had no chance to beat the Jets with Skyler. when Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt and Purdy came in, you ain't know nothing about Purdy. Purdy had games just like Skylar Thompson where he was looking like trash before he actually got a real role. Before he got acclimated in the system. It's okay, mama. Purdy's first game, he was a 61 PFF. And that was versus us. He was a 61 PFF. TD giving Skylar that Rosen treatment. Rosen never won us a game. Rosen didn't get us into the playoffs. Rosen turned the ball over. Rosen never even played in a big game for us. All good. Christian, who you talking to? Me? You talking to me, Christian? Are you talking to me, Christian? I hope you're not talking to me, Christian. Yeah. When is Skylar breakdown coming? Waiting on the all 22. I was hoping it was up. Hopefully it'll be up soon. I'm about to check in a second anyway. See, there go Christian. Said 152 yards. Okay. What that's supposed to mean? Josh Allen had 140 something against the same defense and no touchdowns in the game. What that's supposed to mean? Exactly. Tua had 97 yards in his first game, and you're talking about a 157 from Skylar. Tua had 96. No. He threw for less than that. He ain't had 90 something. It was 80 something. If I'm not mistaken, I think that man had like 87, 89 yards, man. Tua had like 80 something yards in his first start. Missed me with that. 5th overall pick versus a 7th round pick. Fool couldn't even break 100. You talking about? Couldn't even break 100. Couldn't even break 100. Out of here with that mess. Rest of the team won, not our QB. You know what? That's fine. I just thought about that. I don't even care. Skylar didn't help win the game. Okay, the rest of the team won. How many of them did Tua have? You think Tua helped the team win with them 89 yards in his first start? Huh? Just asking. Come on, man. Man couldn't break 100. T. Rich, he had 10 less pass attempts too. Do the average, T. Rich. He still averaged less. Had he had those 10 more, he would have been 140 some yards if you want to go with off the averages. No matter how you want to slice it, T. Rich, ain't no escaping that. Ain't no escaping the fact that Tua ain't even throw 400. Ain't no escaping it. can't make this stuff up. Boy, you can't make this stuff up, y'all. Y'all spending all this time throwing shots. Be throwing shots at Skylar. Skylar got you in the playoffs. The same people said that we ain't have no opportunity. Oh man. What's wrong, TD? Your sophomore debate today, brother. Skylar did his part to get the team in the field goal range. Shaking my head. Nah, I know, but I ain't got time to argue with these people. I'm going to give them they do. Okay. All I know is Tua couldn't throw for 100 yards in his first start. He couldn't throw for 100 yards. Done. I should find all 22 of that first game. Take y'all back down memory road. Back down memory road. He was 12 of 22, 54% completion, 93 yards. And was expected to start that game because he was the starter for the rest of the way of the season. Well, was supposed to be. TD, is that your man? You better know it. Yep, I'm sticking with him. That's what it was that year. Oh, my gosh. Oh, and then he had another one, the Denver game. He threw for 83. Y'all get out of here, man. The man threw for 83 versus Denver the same year. Then he won 45 versus New England, 0 touchdowns and 1 interception. Then the next game, he threw for 94. Y'all get out of here, man. Yeah, hey, ain't nobody giving up on Skylar. Ain't nobody saying Skylar ain't got. If you believe Tua got a future, ain't nobody saying Skylar don't. Tua rookie year, he had a game where he threw for 94. 145 versus New England, 83 in Denver, 169 in the Chargers, and 93 versus the Rams. Get out of here, man. I don't want to hear it. If Tua had a future with that, oh, we good. We good, man. And then that 145 versus New England, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. Oh. Gosh. You can't make this stuff up. Y'all is funny. Y'all hilarious. And then look at the last game of the season. The Dolphins got a chance to get in and they win. Tua has a miraculous 361 yards after throwing the ball 58 times. 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions. And we got blown out 56-26. And most of them yards came in trash time. In the fourth quarter, down by 30. Don't tell me about no young quarterback. None of y'all. Don't tell me nothing. If you believe in Tua Tagovailoa, you don't tell me no. You don't speak ill will about Skylar one bit. You hush your mouth about some Skylar Thompson. You hush your mouth about some Skylar Thompson. If you believe in Tua Tagovailoa, you out of all people better hush your mouth about a guy playing his second game, throwing no picks. You shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Man threw for 83 yards versus the Broncos. 83 yards. And we lost 20-13. 83 yards. Fifth overall pick versus a 7th rounder. Get out of here. TD can't celebrate when Tua wins. Listen, I celebrate when Tua win when Tua win in December, January, when the playoffs on the line. Then I'll celebrate. So doggone right I can't celebrate when he win because he never won in that situation. Tua has never won in that situation pretty much. Playoff on the line. Never. I would love to celebrate him, but when he gonna give us one of those moments? He never has. He never has. December, January, playoffs on the line, big game, 0 wins. Skyler, 1-0. All he do is win, no matter what. Skyler is undefeated for his career in games he starts and finishes. Oh my gosh. He is undefeated. Undefeated. Nobody can touch him. Undefeated. 83 yards. You would think Tua was Tannehill in the playoffs. Oh my gosh. Denver Broncos, 83 yards in the game. A quarterback that throw for 83 yards in the game. That's some Tannehill in the playoffs. And it wasn't even the playoffs, y'all. There you go. T-Rich get it now. T-Rich get it. Don't ever speak on Skyler. If Tua can be a potential MVP, and you look at how he started his career, don't you ever speak on Skyler right now 2 games in. Skyler is outplaying Tua in his first few games. Oh, man. Yeah, Skyler ain't looking at himself in the mirror asking himself, do I suck? Oh, man, I ain't gonna lie. Tua should have never said that, boy. But it is what it is. At least he was being honest. I like Tua honesty. I like his honesty. Oh, man. T-Rich said, I see the light now. Skyler is on a Hall of Fame trajectory. Exactly. If you're going to compare the Tua Tagovailoa 83 yards and his 94 in his, man, come on. If you're going to compare the Tua start, Skyler on his way to the Hall of Fame. Oh, man. You can't make this stuff up. Oh, man. Do or die, Skyler did that. Skyler Raw, man, he got a lot of work to do, though. That kid got a lot of work to do. What's up, man? Y'all give me a second. Yeah. Yeah, give me 1 second. I just want to see if let me check the NFL Plus to see if they done dropped game film yet. I'm gonna check on it. Because usually 24 to 48 hours, and at this point, we're coming up on that 24 hours, right? I would think. All right. Floors. Hey, mama, give me a second. Give me a second. Just got to check this. Lord, y'all ain't right. All right, let's see. Saturday. Sunday. Give me one moment, y'all. Dolphins. How to watch. You can't be sleepy. You just slept all on me. All right. NFL coaches film. Replay. Still not ready yet, y'all. They got the condensed film, but it's still ain't the coaches film. And I need angles, and I want to see the whole field so we can identify where Skyler is falling off, where he's gonna need to improve, just in case he got to be one playing. So we still got some time. All right. So I'm gonna go live for the national championship tonight, but I'm gonna do more of like an open panel, and the film should be out then, and we'll go over that tonight. We'll look at a lot of the film tonight, so y'all come through. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I sound weird, the audio or something with the mic. Is that what you're saying, Ronnie? I don't know. But yeah, Ronnie. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna come back this evening. I'm good now. Cool. I'm gonna come back this evening, and around I'm gonna say around what time the natty? What time the game tonight? What time is the game tonight? I'm coming, mama. 7:30. So I'll try to do it at 7:30. All right, and we'll have an open panel. We'll look at some film if it's out, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna help the babies with some homework and little stuff like that in their development and get them situated. And 7:30, all right. I plan to come back with baby girl around 7:30. Yeah, mama. Yeah. Yeah, you did it. Got that smile. You love that smile. Yeah. You gonna say hi to everybody? Give them that smile. Give them that smile. Give them that smile. Give them that smile. Yeah. Yeah. All right. See y'all tonight. Fans up no matter what. Make sure you go vote for Skylar Thompson for MVP. The voting is still open. They open it up specifically to give him a chance. So y'all make sure you go vote him up. All right. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace. I'm out. Yeah, mama. Yeah, mama. You did it funny. You did it laughing. Yeah. You did it laughing. You did it laughing. Yeah. 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 Oh, man.